Hopefully the audio isn't too loud either. I have to load the file. Give me a second. Where is it? Load. Most recent. Painful days. That fire noise. Oh my god. Ugh. Alright, let's see if this actually works. I'd actually forgotten if I played this game, if I streamed it through Twitch or not before. So I was trying to figure out what's going on. Ooh, that's a little loud for me. I'm going to see if there's settings. Lol. You're going to see all this because I can't stream just one thing for some reason. Dang it. Put at 12, I guess? I don't know. Where's the config? Ah, dang it. I don't want to turn it down though, the music is great. Alright. So this is starting off from the last one. I haven't done any more since then. You look like you're in good spirits. I'm doing a poor voice for that one. Bad voice. Do I? No, nothing. Something did happen, didn't it? Also, I'm going to be I've been playing D&D more, so if anything, this will be helpful for voices. It's all over my face, isn't it? People prefer an open book to a faceless stone. So it is. People may prefer it. It's not a good trait to have for social engagements. I guess that's fair. What? Not the kind of engagements you'll be having anyway. I'm sorry, don't look so dejected. For now, at least, there's nothing wrong with that. So tell me, what has you in such a joyous mood, Mel? You torment me so, father. You've taken on another maid. Bum bum bum. You know how that goes, right? Someone new comes in and things get lively. I can't speak for a while. All of the excitement has gotten to me. That's all. Oh, what? Why are you looking at me like that? No reason, no reason. That's what family does the little lady come from? Oh, I don't actually know. You don't know? I was going to ask her, but I missed my chance. Father has returned home, and I can't speak to mother. Did I look like the screen struck for a second? Let's see. She's caught your eye, hasn't she? Yeah, she has. But the truth is, you're more than just interested in her, are you not? What? No, you surely do enjoy tormenting me. Well, I should be getting home now. Mel. Yes? Make certain you find out where she's from. If you're genuinely interested in her, it's your responsibility to determine if she's actually suitable for you. Thank you, and excuse me. Oh, it sounded like he punched something. I didn't realize there was a door. It makes sense as a door noise, but out of context, it sounded like he just hit something out of frustration. It doesn't matter if she's from the same family or not. No.
No, no, never. I'm not in love with her. I'm just interested.
God, this isn't love, no. It couldn't be. This is me we're talking about. Besides, I hardly even know her. A beggar? Oh, it's the same guy as before. Young sire, blessed young sire, alms for the poor. This is the same beggar as before. I don't think he's moved since then, but he looks skinnier than last time. He's going to have some trouble making it through the summer. I should give him something while I still have the chance. Alms for the poor, have mercy. Sorry, but this is all I have to give you. Ah, thank you very much. Blessings upon you. May the Lord bless your soul, young sire. Thanks. I feel bad for him, but that's just the way of the world. Farewell. The skies are really clear. The sun. I forget the narrator voice. I think it's the maid, right? I don't know what I did last time. I'm yawning. I think I just is like a generic voice. The sun shone fiercely down on the town that day. The sun shone fiercely. What? The sun shone fiercely down on the town that day. As was characteristic of the area, cloudy days and rain were frequent during the season. But the sun almost had. What? But the sun almost always took the stage the day after a storm. I don't know why. My reading comprehension sucks. The cathedral standing tall in the center of the town, the stone-paved streets clacking with a pleasant sound of footsteps, the people peering out from beneath awnings to look up at the sky. In Mel's eyes, it was as if they were all blessed by a divine light. However, not everyone living in the same land was equally blessed. In fact, the blessed were far outnumbered by the forsaken. Even if their time would later come to be referred to as the Golden Age. Oh, even if the time would come to be referred to as the Golden Age. I can't speak. Elsewhere, back at the mansion, Nellie was causing trouble. What? Nellie was causing trouble for the Abigails. I really can't read. Oh my god. On a whim, she had decided to redecorate her bedchamber, so she gathered the maids and put them to work, shouting orders and demands and complaints. And she had not summoned only her personal servants, but others as well, including the white-haired girl. Bum bum bum. Character conflict. No, not like that. How many times must I tell you? The tapestry goes by the door. And I don't like the carpet's pattern. Is there anything else we could change it with? Why am I going to like the Valley Girl accent? Hey, who put this ugly vase here? Vase. Nellie appeared to be rather irritated, and it was the servants who bore the brunt of her frustration. Though if they found this similarly vexing, none of them showed it. Similarly vexing? Yeah. She was a girl who spoke her mind, a trait particular to that time in history. Women of the Golden Age were so vivacious? I forgot how to pronounce that word, vivacious, I don't know. In fact, that inspired parody and satire in foreign countries. But no matter how no matter how hands-off her parents were, had Nellie been born a generation earlier or a generation later, she likely would not have been able to act so free-spirited. That day, however, Nellie did not seem to be her usual self. Though she always spoke her mind, it rarely went beyond being childishly adorable. It was unusual to see her in such a foul mood, not even a smile on her face. Get rid of it. Get rid of all of it. The carpet, the chair, the desk, it's all so ugly. Don't we have anything better? If we don't, then order it. Have it made. If you can't do that, yeah, you can do that much, can't you? Hurry up and replace them. And she's here, the vampire herself. Having only arrived in the morning, the white-haired girl was unsure what she was supposed to be doing, caught in the middle of a flurry of maids and furniture and fabric. She chased frantically scrambling Abigail with her eyes and made attempts to help, but not being familiar with the work, she only ended up getting in their way. She probably felt that everybody would be better off with her not in the room. So when the maids ordered to get new furniture made their way out of Nellie's room, she attempted to follow them. You hold on for a second. Yes, you with white hair. However, Nellie stopped her before she could take her leave. What? The white-haired girl turned back, bewildered, to find Nellie smiling at her. The corners of her mouth... Oh, I have my mouse in the middle screen, sorry about that. Try to put it in the corner if I can. The corners of her mouth turned up into a self-assured grin. There was no trace of timidity or uncertainty in her demeanor. Her flaxen eyes seemed like they would look... What? Her flaxen eyes seemed like they would look nice under the light of the sun. Almost the exact opposite of the white-haired girl. Hee hee. Oh man. I wanted to talk to you, actually. But Mother never was one to share. I asked her to trade maids, but she wouldn't have it. Trade, you mean for... Which is why I decided to completely redecorate my room, because then I would need some extra hands. But why? Why? I don't know what voice I'm doing there. Because mother and father refused to tell me anything. Why is that? Who are you exactly? Where did you come from? Tell me, what house are you from? I do not know. I'm yawning again. Oh my god. Why can't you tell me? If we took you in, you must be from a fairly decent family. As a member of the Rhodes family, Rhode Island, I have a right to know. Do I not? You can't expect me to welcome a girl into my home who won't even tell me where she came from. I don't know anything about you. I haven't seen you at any parties. I I came from another country. Another country? What country? Somewhere very, very far away. Oh? North of here? East, west, south? Um, south. It's south of here. Across the sea to get here, which is why we have never met before. How far did you travel then? Oh my god, the accent. How many times did the sun rise, and how many stormy nights did you face? Stormy nights did you face? And near what days and nights we sailed, heading ever further north. Huh. But she sailed. Was she inside the entire time? Sorry. Oh my god, I keep on yawning. She must have been inside the entire time then. Or maybe it wasn't very bright, who knows. Alright. So tell me. Lady Nelly, that's the most wonderful painting. She's tried to brush me off. I won't let her get away that easily. Painting, it is in my room, so of course it's wonderful. But that one's especially so. You're both so adorable, you, Lady Nelly, and Lord Melf. How old were you when it was painted? Huh? Oh, that painting. Oh, she mentioned Mel, which is why. Probably. Oh my god. Alright. Johnny even more. Oh my god. I don't know what's going on. I did cooked food for myself earlier, which was, well, I had too much garlic, but besides that, it was good. I love garlic, but even for my standards, that was a little bit too much. Sorry, give me a second. Alright. I've been playing a lot of Civ recently, which is why I haven't been streaming. It's been. I played like 20 some hours of it recently. I forget how much, but it was 20 some hours. Within like 2 weeks. It wasn't very good. Played a lot. It's a fun game, but I still don't really fully understand how it works. So I'm kind of just like relying on friends and whatnot. I've been trying to play like single player ones. Yeah, it's been fun, but I don't know. It's difficult. I think what else I've been doing. Reading for school. For school. Lots of reading. Oh, that painting. Goodness, yes, you have a good eye for art. It's magnificent, isn't it? This was done when I was 4, and when Mel was 7. See how we're standing next to each other, holding hands? I was too young to remember it well, but now it looks like he was really embarrassed. But standing there like statues makes for a boring painting. Nellie explained brightly, having completely forgotten she was pressed up against a white-haired girl. What? She did a little twirl, stooping to face the portrait. Stooping out, stopping. Uh, stopping. Though many paintings lined the walls of her room, Nellie was most fond of the one of her and her brother. Two darling siblings standing side by side, the older brother smiling kindly, and the younger sister sweetly tilting her head, her cheeks the color of freshly picked apples. It was like the very embodiment of their happiness, and painting lays the subjects bare. You know, fortune and misfortune, happiness and sorrow. enshrined on canvas for all to see. And this reflection is not merely limited to the point in time it was made either. Did you know, Master, that paintings are alive? Ooh. They are drawn with a brush over an extended stretch of time, unlike photographs, which capture a singular moment. The two have their own individual merits, but a photograph is still, while a painting moves. Portraits reveal both the past and the present state of those they depict. Hee. Mel and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him, and he would teach me about all sorts of things. He's so smart. Nowadays, Mel hardly goes on walks with me, making excuses like, I'm an adult now. But we used to spend a lot of time playing together in the rose garden. I see. The white-haired girl normally had difficulty smiling, but her lips naturally curled upwards as Nellie reminisced. A vision of the two happy siblings had probably swelled up in her mind, and I imagine there's a faint trace of envy in her heart as well. Lady Nellie, you love Lord Mel quite deeply, I see. Yes, of course I do. Mel's smart and he's studious and he's incredibly kind. For my birthday, he gave me this wonderful rose necklace. The jewelry shop he got it from is famous, because even the royal family makes commissions from their workshop. So he had to have him ordered in months. So he had to have it ordered for months. What? He had to have it ordered. So he what? So he had to have ordered it months in advance. Okay, just for me. He's a prince. Oh, he what? He they keep laughing. I don't know how to voice that. He's pretty charming, wouldn't you say? That's why I call him my prince. Oh, that's a alarm. It's perfect timing. Well, you know what? Mel's a terrible dancer. He still hasn't gotten his feet on the ground yet, and he's so bad at interacting with girls. So there's no one else who would say that about him. He's quite the gentleman. I assume most women would be drawn to him. Gentleman? Have you met Mel already? This morning, briefly. That reminds me, Mel seemed to know about her too. Um, what do you think about Mel? As I said, he is a gentleman. That's not what I mean. Don't think I let you get away with putting any funny ideas in his head. What? Mel is too trusting, he's pure of heart. So I won't stand for you to try to take advantage of him. I would never. So you say, but you actually want to get close to him. I would never dream of it, Lady Nellie. He is a man far beyond my reach. You aren't planning to do anything, are you? God, not at all. And you don't have any romantic feelings for him, do you? What? Um, well, do you? I have no romantic feelings for him, Lady Nellie. It's been like a day or two. Dude. Oh my god. And you won't develop any. I will not. And with that, Nellie gave a wide, satisfied grin. Even though she was. What? Even though one has no way of knowing how. Okay. Even though no one has. No. Even though one has no way of knowing how another truly feels, that's a tongue twister. Or how they might in the future. You wouldn't, would you? Now that I think about it, there are plenty of other boys. You getting together with Mel is downright absurd. Indeed. But anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier. Your family, I almost forgot. I, you haven't told me exactly where you came from, or anything about your... Oh, did she run off? Oh, Lady Nellie, I brought a new carpet. Just like the embroidery. The work of a true artisan. I am simply in love with it. Surely you will find it to your liking as well. Wow, you're right. That's a Florentine stitch, isn't it? What? I wonder... I wonder whether someone mimicked the style or if it was imported. Either way, a great find. Let's hurry and get it laid out. Oh, and we'll have to see how the colors go with everything else. We have to finish redecorating quickly so I can show Mel. He'll be so surprised. What a wonderful taste you have, Nellie. He. When the other Abigails returned, so too did the bustle within Nellie's room. As the white-haired girl watched, a faint smile crossed her lips. Perhaps it was from relief at having escaped Nellie's inquisition. Or perhaps... Dun dun dun... Ah, Nellie! What was his voice? Ah, Nellie, I'm back. Did you eat something you're not supposed to, dear Smile? You're unusually cheerful. I'm the same as always. Anyways, never mind, dear Smile. Take a look at my room. I redecorated today. So that's what you've been doing, hiding away all the house all day, Nellie. How is that any different than what you're doing? You're at church all day. You're in the church all day. I guess. I'll look at your room, I promise. But first, do you know where the new maid is? Dun dun dun. Here we are. Here's the start of it all. Now, no, don't get any strange ideas. I just haven't had the chance to introduce myself, and I thought I should as a member of the family. Except you have, and I know it. Being the eldest son, it'd be shameful if you were to pass me in the halls not even knowing who I am, so... Don't ask me. What? But you're in the house all day. She tends to Mother, so why would I know where she is? But she did help redecorate my room. You made her help. That's work for the men servants. What? There are no reason to make the maids do it. Oh, so you're saying I should have had a bunch of money. I go into your room all the time, Nellie, and you were in my bedchamber just this morning. Only one let him. Alright. So unless you become a servant, which I will not stand for, I will not ask any of them for help. Oh my god. I swear to god, this game. What time is it? I don't know how much of this is going to play. It's 9:29. Alright. I'll play a little bit more. I'll switch to Battle Bit, play a game or two. Then I'm gonna pass out. Oh Nelly, you ought to be a little more. A little more what? If you're going to lecture me, I won't hear it. What am I going to do with you, my little lady? What? Why are you looking at me like that? We talked about you, dear Smell. And I'm not going to tell you what she said. About me. What did she say? Please, Nelly. Nelly, please tell me. She said... she said she has no romantic interest in you. What? Why did that even come up? Because we're both girls, and we talk about... What? And we talk about things like that. Things like what kind of voice we like, and who's the most handsome. Why do you look so downtrodden, dear Smell? Oh, what? Much time? Oh. Hmm. Sorry, if it's going to be at night again, I'm going to panic. Oh my god. This game, whenever it goes to like a night scene, I am like completely on edge. It's so bad. And still, every time he pondered the white-haired girl, his heart would leap, his whole body jitter with anxiety and excitement. He had never felt anything like this before. Oh my god, give me a second. He had never felt anything like this before, and as such, he struggled to keep these strange emotions in check. Whenever he saw opportunity, Mel would speak with the white-haired girl, and days he was unable to. He either spent in secluded silence or a distracted gaze. Love is a curious thing. It has the power to change those who experience it. When he did manage to approach her, he tripped over his tongue. Again and again he talked to her, and again he stumbled. I imagine if you were to take him to see a romance at a theater in his present state, he would cry just as much as little Nelly. We cry at tragedies because we draw parallels with our own lives. At least, that is what I think. Great tales of romance attain a true gravity with the audience only when they are personally familiar with love. In any event, the white-haired girl was a result of this, visibly perturbed. She was delighted that he was being so kind to her, but confusion overpowered every other emotion. She appeared to be at a loss for what to do, as he clumsily catapulted words and stares at her. The male did not back down, though he probably knew not what caused such fiery emotion to erupt from within his breast. One's first love, in particular, tends to burn like a wildfire. Are you familiar with the sensation, Master? Oh? Ah, there she is. Is she cleaning? No, it looks like she's reading. It's now or never. Dun dun dun.
That's a really
Boo. Ah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Lord Mel, you very clearly meant to scare me. Because you just wouldn't notice me. What are you reading? You looked pretty engrossed. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have asked for permission. It's fine, no need to apologize. Feel free to read whatever you want. And you're welcome to bring books back to your room if you'd like to spend more time with them. But I was just amazed that the mansion had a library. It must have been a lot of work to collect all of these books. There are some pretty old books in here, too. Oh, wrong character. Your grandfather's? Some that he collected, and some even older than that. Take a look at this. I think it's a diary. A diary? Diary? I think it's a diary. It's not from this country. Oh, it's from her country, maybe. Or this century, for that matter. Maybe a feudal lord. He's complaining about the quality of the harvest. Can this forsaken land only produce over-sour grapes? If only the largest, Barney? Or maybe Barnier? A barley? If only the largest of the Barnier estates were mine instead. Land there is much more suitable to cultivation. There you have it. You can read this, Lord Mel. More or less. I've looked over it several times already, so that wasn't too difficult. Why would such an old book be here? I'm not sure. It, and all this, was already here when I moved into the mansion. Moved in. Is that the one his... Okay, that's what I'm about to ask. I thought the grandfather bought it, renovated it, and they've been living here ever since. I think they did mention they had like another house though, or some other estate. At least before. Have you not lived here your whole life? I was born at our estate, but to me and Nell, this is more like our home. We moved here since when I was so young, and we have lived here ever since. Nellie and Mother have grown quite fond of it. Father, though, often goes back to the house because he doesn't like the roses. He doesn't like all the roses. By himself. She's spotting something. Are her eyes different colors, or is it both just like different shades of red? Yeah, well, sometimes Mother goes with him. But for the most part, he goes alone. But don't get me wrong, it's not because they don't get along. In fact, they act more like teenagers in love than grown adults. It almost makes me sick having to watch it. It is a wonderful thing to be so close, no matter how old they may be. How old is she then? True, but still. There are those in the world who cannot be with the ones that they care for, as much as they wish. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's right. The book. What were you reading? I, wasn't exactly reading. I can't. I do not enjoy reading lots of text, so I was looking at the pictures. Is that so? You seem to be very cultured, so I thought you would be partial to reading. So, perhaps you're actually more like Nelly and eschew your studies? My, yes. I wouldn't have guessed. But you like looking at pictures. I do. What else do you like? What? Uh, what do you enjoy doing? It could be anything. I enjoy being told stories. Stories? Yes, when I was young, my father would tell me tales. What kind of stories did you like? Um, there's one about an imprisoned girl. Tell it to me. Once there was a girl, and she was locked away in a mansion deep in the forest. A mansion with only one window. But the window sat high on the wall, far beyond her reach. So it was always very dark, unlike this mansion. However, the girl did not like the outside world. There were lots of scary things out there, after all. Though she may have been alone in the mansion, she'd grow comfortable with the darkness and time, so she had nothing to be afraid of. Is this a story of herself? And then, am I doing a good job? You're doing fine, keep going. What happens next? Okay. And then the girl grew up. By then, she had already forgotten why she was locked up, but she was content with the darkness. However, her eyes couldn't help but be drawn to the little bit of light that spilled through the one window. Though she was comfortable in the darkness, the sight of the light made her heart race. At first, the girl thought it was because she found it unpleasant, because she disliked the light and the outside. But she slowly came to realize that she was curious about the outside world. What could be happening out there? For all she knew, the town, the forest, the people, all of it could have changed while she was imprisoned in the mansion. But she had no way of finding out. So the girl decided to write letters and throw them out the window. Well, toss them out. What began as a empty grasping became routine, continuing for several months until she was finally ready to give up. But then a beautiful white dove flew in through the window. Tied to the dove's leg, tied to the dove's leg was a letter. Her heart was racing. Her heart racing, she read the words contained within. It seemed to have been written by a man. Oh my god, my viewers. Alright. The letter contained numerous questions for the girl. It also. Oh, sorry, give me a second. It also said that if she attached a reply to the dove, it would bring the letter back to him. She was astonished, but she wrote back anyway. But she wrote him back anyway, taking care not to mention where she was. After having exchanged letters a number of times, the two felt very close to one another, as though they had known each other for very many years, despite having never met. And eventually, the man said he wanted to meet her. Indeed, the girl was unsure what to do. Should she tell him of how she lived? Should she reveal where she spent her days? She was afraid that if she did, he would cease to send her letters. She was, she was sure he believed her to be a young lady of noble blood, and not a girl locked away in a house deep in the forest. The girl could not bring herself to write a response. She released the dove through the window with nothing attached to its leg. Yet it returned with another letter. Letter. Yet it returned with another letter, written in the man's familiar hand. You must surely have a grave reason for your silence, it said. I'd like to know the reason, and I would like to help you. No matter what it may be, you have my word. She deliberated. The letters were kind. She did not know this man. He was from the outside. Would he still treat her the same way when he was with her, when he met her? And did she even want to step out into the world beyond? What do you think she did? Wrote a letter and agreed to meet him, right? Yes, she did. The girl made up her mind she would write a letter. As always, When she tied to the dove's leg, it flew out the window. For some time after that, she received no response from the man. This saddened her, but she thought it was for the best. She belonged in her own confined world, her world of darkness. But then one day, light shone into the mansion. Dun dun dun! The sealed door had been opened, and in the doorway stood a handsome young man. I have come for you, he said. The man was a prince from a neighboring kingdom. When the girl stepped outside, before her sat a magnificent carriage, the likes of which she had never seen before, accompanied by many servants. The prince, kind as in the letters, swore his love to her, and the two lived happily ever after. Ah, what a nice story. I'm glad it had a happy ending. A prince. Was there something funny about the story? No, that's not why I'm laughing. Do you ever imagine what it'd be like if a prince showed up for you? Huh? It doesn't have to be a real prince. Even just someone like one. I thought you were going to say like me. Ugh. Is that something you dream about? Oh no, I think I'm perhaps a little too old for that. You think so? Nellie still fantasizes about her prince, and she's 14. I just assumed all girls were the same. Lady Nellie's prince, that's you, Lord Mel. No? What? Is it not? I mean, we used to play make believe a lot when we were kids, but I very much doubt she still thinks of me that way in earnest. When she calls me her prince now, it's mostly in jest. If it weren't, that would be concerning. Oh? Uh, that story. Do you know if it's a regional tale? One that's been passed down through the ages? I am not sure. It could very well be my father's own creation. You may think me conceited, but I think the story might be about me. The girl trapped in the mansion is you. You haven't been locked up anywhere before, have you? No, thankfully. I've never been locked up before. Thank goodness. But with an appearance like mine, I can't help but sympathize with her being afraid of the outside world. I have at times imagined how wonderful life would be if only, if it were only me and my father and I. But the girl left the house in the end. If your father really wrote that story, then I believe it contains his hope for you to end up the same way. Oh? I don't have what it takes to be a real prince and whisk you away, but I can at least pretend. So if it is your father's wish to see the outside world, then surely there's nothing wrong with you getting out and experiencing all the scenery the world has to offer. I want to see the outside too, or to be more specific, other countries. So, if you like, we... Oh, she's running off. Can maybe go see distant lands together? Oh, someone's running in. Ah, dear Smell, I've been looking all over for you. Nellie, look at this, dear Smell. Mother brought me these wonderful gloves to wear on walks. The roses embroidered on the wrists are just precious. Oh my, you're right. They are beautiful. You appear to be dizzy, Lord Mel. Are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. Poor man. Mel was feeling frustrated at his inability to convey his feelings to her, and his frustration built up over time. And as his frustration built up over time, he developed, I suppose you could call it a severe case of lovesickness. For several consecutive nights he had been afflicted with a peculiar sensation, a presence in his bedchamber. Oh, death! God, give me a second here. Give me a second here. I want to brace myself for this. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Oh my god. I don't want to. I, I'm pretty sure this is going back to like the present time. Alright.
Death! Death to the unholy one! Death to the heretic! Death to the witch!
That's the wrong voice.
Death to the witch! Kill!
What even voice would you do for that?
Kill!
Kill. Man's voice. Alright, I can do. She's. Why? I never wanted her to die. Was she not eating? Steal off the tower. Understood? No one finds out about this. How can you be so calm? Don't you understand what you've done? Pinning the blame on me. How nice it must be to distort reality with panic. You're really just as guilty as any of us. I never wanted her to die. Ooh, true story. Or is she a vampire? The witch killed her. The blood of the witch killed my daughter. Oh, is this his dream?
Bleh. Ah.
He's waking up from ash and dust. A dream. What was that? A dream? It was horribly upsetting. I was holding someone, a girl I cared for dearly, in my arms, and she was limp. It was almost as if she were dead. Been having a lot of really unpleasant dreams lately. I can't stop shaking. Why would I have such a dream? I feel sick. Back to sleep. But I wonder, who was that girl? No, fuck that! Fuck that! I can't. Oh, it's the sleep paralysis. Okay, okay. God, I feel. What do you want? Go away. Uh, the sound, it's growing fainter. I. Is that truly what your story meant, Father? But I. Is she in the rose garden at night? Such a magnificent garden. Something we could never have had. Are my intentions misguided? What a beautiful white rose. White rose. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. You know, you could have sneaked into his room rather easily then. No one was watching. How long have you? How long have you? Oh, you needn't pay me any mind. I shall not condemn you, no matter what you might do. Rather, I am on your side. I was not going to do anything. Oh, is that so? Then perhaps you're out for a late night stroll. I imagine you have less difficulties going outside at night. I beg your pardon. I will return to the mansion immediately. Oh yes, that reminds me. It was also the middle of the night where the grocer's servant broke into their safe. News of that spread quite far. I am sure you would have heard about it. Oh? Although, was Gamache imprisoned? Dear me, I have just... Dear me, I have trouble remembering. But worry not. If you wish for it, the mansion shall provide. You're in no danger whatsoever of getting caught. I... You said that a witch lives in the mansion, did you not? I did. Does it sound perhaps a bit archaic to you? No, I believe the rumors mockingly refer to me. She just got there, though. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I can't do voices, man. I've been accused of being a witch before. Which is amusing. I don't have any magical powers. I simply have an unusual appearance. What? Did she turn the... My, what a lovely shade of red. The rose. Is something the matter? This rose was... This rose was white, until I took it in my hand. Is that so? I apologize, I must sound mad. I'm sure I was just mistaken. I couldn't possibly have changed. I wonder, yes? Did the girl locked in that mansion become a princess? What? We should lock up and head to bed. Make sure all of the shutters are closed nice and tight, and then draw the bar on the front door. Ugh. Oh, God. Uh, I might end it here. Depends if it's continue with a night scene. Okay, let's say. Also, this is like starting to hurt my voice. No, how do I... It's right here. Config, return to title. Alright. I'm going to end it here. No thank you. Alright, I'm going to end it here. My voice is also starting to fail me. God. It's fun though. Yeah, it's a fun game so far. It's just I don't like those night scenes. I am not good with horror. Alright, that's it for tonight. Goodbye. Goodbye.